where does Tableau fit in your solution architecture? So yeah, that's an interesting question. And before we can answer that, I think we should take a look at what a normal Tableau architecture looks at. So I'm referring to this as a generic Tableau architecture without talking about embedding even, right? We're going to focus on what the architecture looks like for embedding in a moment. But before that, let's ensure that we all understand what a generic embedding solution would look like in the first place. And that always starts with the data, right? So, sorry, I meant to say, by the way, what a generic Tableau server architecture would look like, which always starts with the data, right? And this data can come from anywhere. This is just a representation of a database, but this could be Excel files, this could be APIs with data, it could be all kinds of sources, it could be your data warehouse or data lake. But that's like the first parts of the journey of the data in your systems towards your application in the end. And in this case, it's just Tableau Server. And the Tableau landscape would look something like this. You could use Tableau Prep to access the data and perform some transformations, some ETL, some data wrangling in the first place. So that is optional. You could connect with Tableau Desktop directly as well. Though very often, you know, in more recent setups, because Prep's a relatively young product, about 2 years old, you would see that being in use as well. But so you'd use Tableau Prep for data prep. You would then use Tableau Desktop to build your reports. And then the core parts of the whole architecture, again, embedding or not, embedding or generic, is going to be Tableau Server. Now it says maybe between parentheses because Tableau Server is just one product in a suite of 3. Like there's also Tableau Online and Public, but we'll look at the differences and the considerations for selecting one of those in a moment. I just want to say it says maybe because we're going to group these 3 products under the umbrella name of Tableau Server. So when I say Tableau Server today in this session, that means Tableau Server is the platform you use to publish your analytics from Tableau Desktop and share them with an audience, with your consumers, right? So again, we're going to look at what that is specifically and why it's maybe your on-prem Tableau server. But when I refer to it in the first place, it's going to be the platform for sharing from Tableau Desktop to your consumers. And again, so this is a generic Tableau solution architecture and a very simple one at it. But it goes from the company data and it goes through Tableau Prep optionally, Tableau Desktop, Tableau Server, and your consumer, you know, in that architecture is under the impression that they're accessing Tableau specifically for their analytics. They typically know that they're looking at Tableau to consume these analytics. They do not have a portal around this necessarily. Like it's not like they go to your company SharePoint and then look at the Tableau analytics in there, because that would be embedding. No, in this case, they purposefully navigate to Tableau Server and they consume the analytics there. In fact, if I were to do that in this example, I would actually type penguin.biztree.com, which is the name for our Tableau server, but this could be tableau.biztree.com. This could be anything. And I would, again, purposefully go and consume analytics on a platform I know as Tableau. And in fact, the next slide also illustrates that. I guess I could have just skipped to that, but this is what that looks like, right? This person, this consumer is looking at their analytics in Tableau, and they see the Chrome, they see this part here, and I'm trying to draw on screen. Yeah, I think it works. So they see this toolbar, they see the top header from Tableau, that all indicates that they are in the Tableau application and that is what they are doing there. They are using Tableau to consume their analytics directly. Again, I know I'm emphasizing this a lot, but that's very different from our embedding use case, where they will sometimes not even know that this comes from Tableau. In fact, let's look at another way of embedding something before we go to actually embedding Tableau, just to make sure that that's very clear for everyone.